Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Well, here we go again. Okay. So what is it now? We have Breanna Taylor out of the Bay Area. We have Ahmaud Arbery. We have basically Sean Reed. We have Doug Lewis. And now we have Breanna Taylor out of Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. I have to talk about this because we have to make this national news. We only got us to depend on. We can't trust anybody else. Nobody's going to help us. Nobody that don't look like us is going to care when something happens to us. And I keep saying, be one, always. We need to stop putting everybody before us, and we need to stop caping for everybody that don't look like us. We need to worry about each other. But unfortunately, this story is starting to surface. This is starting to, I might as well just bring this story to the light. In case you guys don't know, there was a 26-year-old black woman by the name of Breanna Taylor that worked as a essential worker. She worked 2 jobs as an EMT. Okay, so she was out there putting it on the front line. And in case you don't know, on March 13th, pretty much when they started, the lockdown, basically, basically she was, preparing herself to be on the front line. Now, apparently, the police came into her house and they basically shot her. But her boyfriend by the name of Kenneth Walker, and we need to get more information on her boyfriend. His name is Kenneth Walker. He basically took down one of the police officers. He shot one of them. He was arrested and charged with attempted murder on an officer. But here's the kicker. I'm going to get to the kicker. This is strictly on the Kentucky Police Department. This is strictly on them, and Kenneth Walker should be released because this is nothing but negligence on the part of the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department. Now, they came into her house. Now, I want you to understand something, because this is one of the lamestream media's. This is one of their favorite tricks to pull. They love to holler about somebody having a criminal record. Neither one of these people had a criminal record. Neither one of them. Okay. And Kenneth Walker had every right to defend his home. Now, basically what happened is these cops say that they came in there to serve a warrant because they were looking for somebody. Now, this happened at night, right? But the person that they supposed to have been looking for had already been in custody. And they had the wrong house. So it was basically a double whammy. They went into the wrong house trying to serve a warrant for somebody that the Louisville, Kentucky PD already had in custody. Sound like to me what they were doing is they were going into his house to see could they find some trinkets. To me, that they was looking for something else. You know what I'm saying? The stash. That's what it sounded like. But instead, they had the wrong house. Now, Kenneth Walker says that they did not identify themselves as police. Now, keep in mind, this is where it's going to get fuzzy again. These these so-called detectives didn't have on any body cams. You hear me? So you start putting in piecing all this together. So they went to a house to serve a warrant with no body cams. Serve a warrant. They just entered the house. Didn't knock on the door. They just entered the house. Did not identify themselves as police. Basically, open fire. Okay. Kenneth Walker said they did not identify themselves as cops. But somehow he's sitting up in jail for basically defending his house from incompetent or police that might have been up to something. Y'all know what I'm saying. Once again, Kenneth Walker and Breanna Taylor did not have any criminal record at all. Because like I said, people love to pull that trick. Okay. Because I'm talking slowly because I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. Once again, these policemen came to serve a warrant for a suspect that had already been in custody. Why didn't they check? And not to mention, they went to the wrong house. They were in the wrong house. Okay. Now the officer that Kenneth Walker took down, apparently he lived. It was three of them from what the reports are saying. And they've been placed on administrative paid leave. They still have their jobs. All three of these officers should be fired and brought up on charges. And the family of both Kenneth Walker and Breanna Taylor should file a lawsuit against the police for basically negligence. And don't come here with that police got a tough job. You want to serve a warrant, you better make sure you had a right damn house. But sorry, I've been dealing with this for too long. It sounded to me like the police were trying to do a job. And that's all I got to say. And you know what I'm talking about. If you really from the streets, you know what I'm talking about. Because how can you not check and see that the person that you looking for was already in custody? They already had the dude in custody. But you still went trying to serve a warrant saying you were looking for a person that you already had in custody. You draw your own conclusions. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.